the new Parkway Theater, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com. You are listening to High Score 510, where real talk is our vernacular.
Well, I said the places that had U.S. military. That's why I said Germany would probably do well, because they have high school football.
Oh, Nigeria's going to go hard at this stuff.
Oh, yeah, Nigeria. Let's go. That's the dark horse. Let's go.
That is the dark horse. That'll be the one going hard. You're right about that. I forgot all about that. Thank you, Christian Okoye. You brought football to that country, and you didn't bring no jollof rice to this one, you bastard. Took years to get jollof rice, and that motherfucker over here running for thousands of yards.
It's because you living on the wrong coast, Aaron. If you was on the East Coast, you probably would have had jollof a lot sooner. Or even Houston. There's a big African diaspora.
Let me look. Let's look.
I just say that, just like, and Houston. Houston always got everyone. Houston is a place that got a lot of somebody there.
A lot of so there's
like it could be all kinds of anybody, and they got a lot of somebody. All right,
we got niggas drowning in Haiti. Come on. Y'all worrying about a basketball league, fantasy league.
If y'all don't know,
save the people in Haiti. Some poor Negroes over there drowning. Help them out.
If y'all don't know, fantasy basketball is about to start. The NBA season is kicking off. So we'll have some good talk about that. I think. I don't know if there's anything other than any other breaking news other than the fact that Chris Paul's playing like an old man at the YMCA, trying not to get hurt.
I thought he was balling, Jared.
I wouldn't call it balling. Like he's still out there. He's impacting the game. He's a quality player, but he also is out there like he's just old, bro. He's playing like I watch him play, and I see myself in him as he plays. Like the things
the same age.
Yeah, pretty much. The things I see him doing, I'm like, yep, I would have played that like that. Those 50-50 balls, how he's trying to finish around the basket, even trying to take it to the hoop and where he's willing to go. The mechanics, it's not as fluid. It's a little bit more, it's a little slower, a little more jerky. But also like the way he engages on things. Like, I'm like, yeah, you getting old. You ain't trying to get hurt. You can't be as twitchy as you used to be. So you kind of got to be a little more planned out and where you're going to position yourself or how you're going to move. Otherwise, just like in the playoffs last year, he thought he was back in his prime. Over here, tweaked his groin, just doing a regular defensive slide to the hoop in front of somebody. And that's what it is, being a, damn near 40-year-old man. Last year in the playoffs on the Suns, remember?
Oh, you're talking about the playoffs.
Yeah,
he looked old.
But he tweaked his groin doing something that like it was like that was not anything out of the normal. Like sometimes you see guys like they tweak something when they're trying to cut or explode. That was
they were chasing somebody down. They doing something in that way. He was just making a normal. I wouldn't even say it was a professional move. It's like something you see in the YMCA. Everybody do.
Yeah, but then like I've been playing. I'll play a little basketball here. I'll play a little soccer here, and there's times where I start playing, do a little something. I feel something get a little tight. Oh! Never mind. I'm gonna slow down, y'all. We ain't doing all that today.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it. Or for me, it's not worth it. For him, that's his moneymaker. He being overpaid to do that. So I get it. Do your thing, boss. Do your thing.
Doctor said I need a backiotomy.
But yeah, shout out to Chris Paul and the Warriors. We'll see if their undersized model will be able to get them to a title run again. I think, and to be honest, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. It's not going to happen.
You don't think he can help him, man? I think he going to make your boy much better. Your boy off the bench, the power
Kuminga.
forward. Kuminga, yes.
Yeah, no, I could see Kuminga, and he's shown signs of life in the preseason. But I'm not putting that on there, being like he's going to elevate his game to be that well. Like
that's true because your boy whatchamacallit was really in his ear every game, and it still couldn't keep him focused. Andre Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala. Well, he's still young. He's drafted when he was 19, so he's like 21 now or 22. So he's still really young. I get that.
No, but the problem isn't the skill. At 21, 22, by 22, you should be turning into with that many that many people around you, you should be turning into more of a professional.
Yeah, but maturity and ability to like, have that. But he also picked up basketball late. He's, this is my thing is like the basketball IQ. It's still a couple years away. Like him, just like you would hope he could master the understanding of things, like in the dynamics and the speed of the game, all that stuff, like the highest level. And that's something that some guys have good basketball IQ, some guys don't. Some guys have good reactions and anticipation. Some guys don't. So I worry that it's still a year or two away before you could really be like he should know these things now. And is he going to be that kind of guy who can be a two-way player, as in he impacts a plus on the defensive end as a defender, and he impacts on as an offensive player, which has more layers to it. It's like off the ball, on the ball. What are your skill sets? Shooting, finishing around the hoop, passing. Is he going to be able to, round out those skills to be a good off the ball player and a good on the ball player? Does he understand? That also comes with the IQ. Does he understand where to move or when to cut, or have the recognition to take advantage of those things? Because Chris Paul will get it to him in those places. So that's where you're like, as an off the ball player, Chris Paul will help his game, because he'll be like, dude, you go here in this moment. You see this, you go, you do that, right? Whether he retains it and picks it up is it will be the question. And so there is hope in that way, but at the same time, like nothing he's done makes me feel like that's for sure going to happen with him. But I am hopeful. If he becomes a player and can be a guy that's a 12 to 14
I don't think he could be
player.
I don't think he could be a two-way player, Jared. That you're asking.
Well, he's athletic enough to where you're like, you could be a good wing defender, especially if you hold your arms
but usually
out,
by now,
hold your arms out to the side instead of holding them down at your sides like a goddamn a Mattel plastic toy. Get your arms out, motherfucker. Active hands.
You either have it or you don't, right?
Yeah, but he's still like he's still
like the thing with defense is like you might not be able to play defense well or know all the intricacies, especially with NBA. But by when we seen you for 3 years and you don't have the will. Defense is about will, right? And like you get a lot of guys who were, may average 30 points in high school, go off to college. Maybe they were 15 to 18 point scorers, probably still their leading scorer in the team, come in the NBA and really aren't scorers, right? And they turn themselves into a 3-and-D guy, someone like Danny Green, right? But you see that hustle in them. Like Danny Green was an offensive player when he was younger. Then he came in the NBA and realized, okay, I don't have the game to be a 20-point scorer, to be maybe in an 18 or 17 or 15. So I'm gonna develop this defense. It starts early. It starts early with some people. And usually with defender. I'll tell you this: the only person that surprised me, and it rarely happens this way, is Andrew Wiggins. Mm-hmm. Andrew Wiggins, they couldn't give him to play defense for squat in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. He did not play. I mean, I think everyone thought like, okay, yeah. And then he went to the Warriors and he became one of the greatest. You don't see people transform like that, right? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to become this great defensive and hustle guy and glue guy and basically a primetime garbage player. Like I'll get all the garbage points and I'm going to get all the O boards and all the boards. I mean, the Warriors title run, Andrew Wiggins led him in rebounding.
Yeah, he's playing power forward the whole time.
But he led him, and it's still. There's been plenty of power.
Shit.
There's been plenty of power forwards in this league, Jared, that average 6 rebounds a game. Rebound and defense are two things. It's not about what you're taught, what you know, this and that. It's about your dedication to it. That's all it is. How dedicated you are to doing it.
Well, you got championship prowess on that team, and you also have Mike Brown. I give him a little bit of credit for that.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't think Kuminga has that in him.
Yeah, you probably, if he hasn't learned it by now, you're right. If he hasn't learned it, no other player that kind of like caught on defensively, nobody talks about was Kevin Durant when he came. He was a problem on defense. He was blocking a lot of shots when
he always was a shot blocker though. He was he
was doing that. He was rebounding. He was doing a lot of other stuff that even helped. He was doing a lot of dirty work.
Well, he's playing the big, but he also knew he's like, I'm gonna get like just open looks where I'm not working hella hard with the ball in my hands as often.
So he was doing all the dirty work. He was getting them lanes. He was playing. He was well. He was.
So that's what I'm saying. So you got two guys that came over to the Warriors and became better defenders. And even Iguodala, but Iguodala was a defender, even though
he's always a good defender though.
Within like Kuminga's been in the system by now, you think he would have picked that up? I can see him developing as a better offensive player, especially with Chris Paul. Everything you said, Jared, I think you hit it on the nose. Chris Paul will make him a better off the ball offensive player, but I think you should give up on the two-way dream and just be like, if I could just get some solid one-way out of him.
Well, the issue that's keeping him off the court is they need him to be able to turn on some of that Andrew Wiggins ability. Like
they should have drafted a defensive guy.
He's more athletic than Wiggins, but he doesn't have the instincts or the awareness or the anticipation
or the want to, and he doesn't have the want.
That's why I'm saying. I'm still hopeful that with Chris Paul also, emphasizing defense and teaching him how to be a better defender, because Chris Paul throughout his whole career has been a very good defender, except for like the last 4 years of his career, he's been declining. Right, but in his prime, he was a bulldog, tenacious defender who led the league in steals on a couple occasions, and just as his awareness as a team player on offense and defense was evident. It was one of his greatest strengths. So hopefully some of that wisdom, if he doesn't piss everyone off with his attitude and the way he talks to them, maybe he can instill some of that knowledge onto Kuminga. But yeah, I do agree. We haven't seen that that kind of dog, which Andrew Wiggins doesn't really show that he has the dog, but everyone thought he was just soft. Aaron, you called him soft Canadian plenty of times. That's a derogatory.
Still is a soft ass Canadian.
Yeah, okay.
Until a soft ass Canadian come up and shut me up, that's it's gonna keep coming out. Soft ass looking Canadians.
Anyways, yeah, for him, he showed it just with his play in that title run and throughout that season and the season before he was he basically became their best defender. Kuminga has the similar measurables, more explosive athleticism. Can he be a wing / play guys in the post a little bit? Not a lot, Aaron, not a lot of guys play in the post anyway. So it's Can you be a plus wing defender and keep guys in front of you? Do you have that ability? And can you get your arms up, have active hands, and get some extra just deflected passes or steals? Sure. Regardless, if he doesn't do that, then I don't see him being anything much more. He might score a little bit more here and there, but he's got to be a plus defender for them.
I know you like to defend him, but they draft the wrong person to be a defender. Sometimes it happens.
Who was in that draft, though? I don't know who else in that draft.
I don't know who else. A lot of people that's probably a lot more hungrier. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it basically is. A lot of people who become good defenders.
Pedro, tell him about Africa and hunger.
That dude was playing A.
He's from Africa, bro. He's from Africa.
With the man, he
Kuminga, Jonathan Kuminga.
He ain't from no Africa.
Thank you.
Yes, he is.
His parents is from Africa.
Yeah, Jonathan he might have been born there, but he wasn't raised there. He was raised around food.
What? He was born in the Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic.
And he played high school basketball at a prep school, which he was eating well, getting and playing. And he played for the Nike Elite, man. He don't know what hunger is. He ain't known that in so long, he forgot what it is.
Y'all fucked up, man.
He might need to take his ass back close to that equator, like Pedro said. He can't even. His family probably don't even cook jollof rice. Are you over here telling me this dude from Africa? He probably don't even eat jollof rice. If I was from Africa, that's all I would eat every day.
His Wikipedia doesn't have much on his
because he wasn't in Africa.
Early life. Hold on. Early life. And he played basketball at Huntington Prep School in Huntington, West Virginia. It doesn't say anything about him as a kid though, where he grew up. Yeah.
No. Let's look up Huntington Prep School, man. The biggest thing on their Wikipedia is the basketball program.
It says born in
Andrew Wiggins.
Born in Goma, DR, Democratic Republic.
Andrew Wiggins played there, Jared.
That's not a good sign.
No, but that's a sign that Josh Primo played there. You talk about not a good sign. Miles Bridges played there. Oh my God!
Oh Lord, we just happy he ain't got arrested or got.
He's going down to yes, exactly. Stop! You wishing for too much. Just be happy he ain't a sexual degenerate like the last two names I named: Joshua Primo and Miles Bridges. Oh my God, this guy. This is. Oh God! But yeah, man. He don't know nothing about no jollof rice there.
Why don't you click your heels together 3 times and go back to Africa?
I'll sit here and name me an African, man. I was in Africa. I wouldn't have been trying to go back and get the slaves either after eating jollof rice.
When did Jonathan Kuminga move to America?
In high school, it said.
In 2016. So yeah, he's
But you acting like this the old school 1970s, 80s Africa, man.
Come on.
Right? This ain't the old school. Where Pedro when I need him, dude? He walk out in the middle of the worst damn time.
This is Pedro's time to shine. We're talking about Africa.
This is his time to shine.
Sitting on the sideline. You know, he probably over there getting his fried fish from Joy. She was making fried fish.
That's what she was cooking, fried fish?
She's like, you want fried fish? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, how many you want?
Man, his cousin is Emmanuel Moutier, dude.
Well, that's not a good sign.
But at least I'm telling you that his family was over here already. His older brother was playing for UNLV.
But with 2016, he didn't move out here to 2016. He's part of was it the Basketball Africa program or something? I thought I heard.
Which those are ones that's eating.
Hey, girl, you gonna eat your cornbread?
Oh, Trevor.
Yeah, they probably are eating.
It's like being tight in baseball, Dominican Republic. They said that's one reason that they said Miguel Tejada and all those who's lie about their age. Alfonso Seriano, they always lie about their age and say they're younger because once they reach a certain age, they can't be in a youth academy. And that's for them, that's where they eat and not live an impoverished life on the real tip. They don't. And that's why a lot of them say they're younger than they really are because they know, I want to stay as long in this as I can.
So, man, this 18-year-old is balling on these 14-year-olds right now.
That's what happens. But it's like, hey, then all of a sudden this fool got a full beard when he's supposed to be 14 years old.
Yeah.
He got a full beard and he coming over to America playing for the A's.
Yeah, that could be a reason. I just think that, although they say a lot of those players, lie about their age, I get it, and I try to. There is a certain racialized component to it, also, but at the same time, or it's like racialized. No, it's racialized. No, because it's also it also goes on all the guys who aren't lying about their age and just actually are that age. It's one of those things. It's like it's kind of a trope that's been placed on the Latin players.
It is, but I mean, truthfully, not all of them are lying about the age. The ones that are older are. Miguel Tejada admitted he did, but also Seriano definitely was. It also speaks to some of the to the bigger picture and components of why that is, right? What is the economic or what is economic and cultural situation in that country? And maybe this is my own sensibilities being placed on it, and so I have to also take that into account. But what is the situation that makes that thing to do for certain people, and I guess it just comes down to being advantageous, and that's what I think a lot of people do that in different ways wherever they are. So anyway, Jonathan Kuminga, he will be key in the Warriors' success this year. I'm calling it now. 12 to 14 points a game plus defender. Warriors make a deep playoff run. Not a very good defender. 12 to 14 points a game. It's going to be, it'll be like last year where when they get to crunch time, your fandom's getting in the way here, Chair. No, it's not my fandom. I'm just saying, like, the fandom part is you really want him to be a good defender. I don't see where that can happen. I want him to be an impact player. The biggest thing keeping him off the court is what you said, the will, that tenacity, that dog. And you don't grow that, Jared. I know. I'm just saying, though. And you're not. Maybe he realizes, hey, this is how I'm going to make my time in here. Can I tell you why these guys who become good defenders? Because most of them average 17 in college. Most of them are team's leading scorer. You know why they become good defenders? Because they get to the league and they realize I can't score like I did in college. I can't do it this way, but I have it in me because I want to stay here. This is going to be the way I make money. I'm going to become a defender. Now, every now and then, you get the opposite. You get those good defenders who have a great offensive year and then forget what defense is, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to get Jeremy Grant. It's like, dude, you're a defender, dude. You're a defender, Jeremy Grant. Stop thinking you're some great offensive player. Yes, you could put the ball in the hole, which a lot of 6'10" guys can do, right? Mm-hmm. But, the problem, he played for Detroit. Dwayne Casey said, "Oh, we paid you all this money. You know what that means? You getting the Blake Griffin treatment. Shoot any shot you want. Getting the DeMar DeRozan treatment in Toronto. You get the ball, do what you want. Do whatever you do. You put it in. And the problem is now he thinks he's a great defender. Now he really thinks he's a great defender. And I thought he was a great defender. Well, no, now he thinks he's a great offensive player. So he hasn't been really playing defense at a high level like he could, right? Mm-hmm. Now it's okay to see like Kobe Bryant, for example. Kobe defense, I'm gonna tell you this, by the time he hit prime Kobe, it wasn't as great as we think it was, right? Early on, he was a great defender. He's the only person, I believe it's 5 or 4 people that made all defensive teams as many times as him. It's like Gary Payton, Dwight Howard, Kevin Garnett, Michael Jordan, and him. And the craziest thing about it is, out of all the people who had the many either first or second team all defensive team, he's the only one that's never won defensive player of the year or even gotten like more than, I think, got votes for it, because he hasn't been. I think his reputation is carried. Even Phil Jackson, I used to say it all the time, by the time Kobe became the scorer that he wanted to become, his defense became shabby. He jumped more passing lanes. He would get some steals, but he was good at situational defense.
Well, no, I think in crunch time moments.
The problem was, if you compare those to the great defenders, there was no crunch time moment defense. They had great defense the moment they hit that court. Jordan had great defense the moment he hit that court. Gary Payton, that's what he wanted to be known as. Kevin Garnett, it was like from the time that ball's thrown up to the fucking last whistle, he had great defense. Kobe didn't have that. And then another thing that got me was Kobe.
I think Kobe.
The problem is Kobe wouldn't play defense unless he was going against another big name. Then he was like, okay, I got Dwayne Wade here. He's the up and coming behind me. I got this person. I'm going to play D. And then there's games that he'll have somebody weak on him and he wouldn't do shit. He would guard somebody weak and he'll just be letting them do their thing. And he's like saving on the offensive end. The problem was that Olympic team.
But he wasn't a turnstile. He wasn't a turnstile.
No, he was never a turnstile, but he's just not a great defender. I wouldn't call him an elite defender. He was not an elite defender.
I thought during his career,
I
thought during his career, I was like, everyone talks about
how you got sold.
No. And I was like, I didn't think he was like the most dominant wing defender or anything like that. But they were always like, he's such a great defender. I was like, I don't really see it. Like, and I think part of that is that effort where I was like, he wasn't trying to lock you down every time you got the ball. Like he wasn't trying to lock you down the whole game. But I think that's an important part of it. That's important longevity.
Jordan would lock, but Jerry, I grew up with watching Jordan and Scotty lock someone down the whole game. Let's put it like this: Kobe's one of the greatest offensive players to play the game. Jordan is probably the top 3 greatest offensive player to play the game, and he was probably, to me, the top 3 defender to ever play the game. And he tried to lock you down no matter who he was guarding. Kobe, on the other hand, it was situational. Yes, he'll wait to the end of the game, the big moment, then he'll lock down. Or if he's going against Dwayne Wade in the game on a Tuesday, it doesn't mean nothing to most people. But since basketball season started, and we got my boy B+ here, I will say this.
Taco Pablo is here.
PP. The one thing to get me about basketball, basketball's great. I remember this goes back to TP. I'm glad TP came just in time. He said this, man, basketball always got great stories. Nobody ever has. Football don't have great stories. Basketball always have the great. You said that, TP, and I remember it. And I'm sitting there like, hey, man, basketball's great stories because there ain't nothing to do on a Tuesday night, and these players ain't taking it serious. That was the thing. Kobe created a great story about his defense. He was a good defender, maybe even to a great defender, but he wasn't an elite defender. And my thing is that the Olympic team sold everybody on Kobe, because remember, he was like, I just want to come here and play D, and he did. He D'd up like crazy in that Olympics. But it's like, dude, he had to do it for 9-10 games, right? And I give him credit for that. But
it's one of those things where it's in him, and if you piss him off or activate him, or he thinks there's a good enough reason, he'll play that kind of style of ball. But
he wasn't Jordan. Remember, Jordan would lie to himself to get him to play that every day. Every day. When Jordan was going against weak motherfuckers like Gerald Wilkins and whoever the hell, he would lie to himself and then tell his teammates. He's like, I got to commit myself to this lie. I'm going to tell the newspaper teammates, he said he let me up last time, right? Kobe, it had to be either you said something to him, which never happens, which is the crazy thing. Nobody really said shit to him, right? So it was usually him having this is the new guy. Kobe had that ego where it's like, this is the new guy. This is Dwayne Wade. This is Ginobili, right? Like, I'm going to have to sell myself. Jordan, being elite, you got to sell yourself. I can appreciate Jordan lying to himself to get himself up so he can shut this dude out.
A lot of cats think they hate, but man, I mean, I'm mad. I'm mad at everything, man. Brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got 1 car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That's played out.
He created a story that, the guy was talking about how he lit me up. Kobe didn't do that. He's not elite. I'm just saying Kobe was an elite defender. But basketball's great at selling stories. People are great at selling stories. No one sells stories like basketball. You know what? Anybody that has to do a basketball, when they retire, they should get a job working for, what are they called? The black people call them stories that come on during the middle of the day.
Telenovelas.
Yeah, thank you. Telenovelas, daytime soap operas. That's what they should do because basketball's great at selling stories. They're not great at selling you a product.
You look like that player hater who sold me the shit. Give me my damn money back right now, and I don't have no damn receipt.
And let me tell you this. I watch soap operas. There was a couple I watched. I watched Passions before my man Timmy died in real life, right?
Oh, that little munchkin person.
I watched Passions.
That's rude. I shouldn't say that.
I watched. Continue your list of derogatory terms.
One Life to Live and All My Children for different time periods of my life. One Life to Live and All My Children. I know about Sonny. My favorite character was Greenlee and Leo. Greenlee and Leo. Those are my favorite characters, right? And when their relationship started, crazy things, Leo, when he first came on the show, he tried to rape Greenlee. Somehow became this lover boy. But the thing about soap operas, a lot of people don't know is the best episodes to watch are Monday and Friday. Monday and Friday. Friday, they had to make you come back. So it was like the best episode. Friday was the best episode. And Monday was the continuation of that episode. And then the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, fluff. And that's why I said the NBA season sometimes is that. They know how to end on a good note, and they know how to get you in the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. That's what Kobe's defense was.
That's exactly what it was. He didn't play it great. Yeah. He didn't play it. If you go look at his career, he played defense for 1/8 of the time.
It is what it is, man. All I'm saying is that if Jonathan Kuminga could turn into Kobe Bryant, then the Warriors would be in a great place.
She want to fuck with me, well then she gonna fuck with some pimpin'.
Wait, what did I walk in on?
This is what you walked in on. He was talking about Kuminga. And he wants him to become, I think Chris Paul's going to make Kuminga better. And Jared wants him to become a better player and better defensively. And I said, he just don't have it in him to be a good defensive player, Jared. All right, it's just not in him. Yes, he's long. Yes, he's athletic. Guess what, Jared? There's a lot of brothers that's 6'10" or 6'9" or 6'8" that's long, athletic, could jump, and some of them are working at the car wash, or some of them are working for black.com.
Big black nigga.
Right? Just because you that don't mean you got it in you.
No, I think I agree that to some degree, but therein lies also like some of my optimism is that like we don't know if it's in him. We don't like. I would say all signs to point.
If you ain't seen it, then it ain't in him.
I know. It's probably not in. But sometimes dudes just need to. He's young. He's coming into his own manhood.
This is Jared's fandom, dude. This is Jared's fandom. He's wishing for shit. This is what I want you to do, Jared.
I'm hoping.
Wishing one hand and shit in the other, and tell me which one fills up first.
That's fine. We know which one. But the issue is that I don't want Jonathan Kuminga to be shit, and he's not shit in hand yet.
I don't think he is either. I think he's gonna be
There's
good.
Still
with Chris
some
Paul.
wishing to be had,
but I don't think he's gonna be a defender. My only disagreement is because you understand that if he becomes a great defender, if he is a great, let's just say that if he was a great defender, then the Warriors will be a step above in what their team is right now, which is a good team, and which to me is a contender still, right? But they would be a strong contender if they had a good defender. But he's not a good defender. This
might be the last year the Warriors really have, especially with Clay's contract. We don't know.
I agree with you, but it's still, I think I put them in. They're my contenders list, dude.
They're definitely a contender. They're like I would expect them to finish in the top 4 in the West. But yes. I could also see it being that they finish like 6 or 7 in the West because
still a contender.
Yeah, but like I think that
the Lakers finished 7 and they were a contender last year.
They need to navigate the season with the age of their team. Like we're totally talking about a team that is an aged veteran team. We were talking about an aged team, not even aging anymore. They are aged.
Yeah.
And so navigating a season is a whole different outlook in how you do things. And I think that's something that for me, I'm like, it's going to be it'll be a good season. Ideally, it'll be an arduous one because there's probably gonna be nagging injuries, hopefully no devastating injuries. If you get your team healthy into the playoffs. Something
happens to Draymond Green's mouth.
If you get yourself healthy into the playoffs, then yes, with this team and its experience and skill, it can do something. But
what seed were they?
They're the 5th seed last year. They're the 5th.
No, they're the 5th. Yeah, because the Kings had
they won the championship.
They were the 2.
They were like the 2. Yeah, they were the 2.
They bought out that year. But you have teams like the Kings who have something to prove. They're like the Warriors in 2014 who were coming after the Spurs and whoever else at the top at the time, right?
Yes.
Had to overcome the Spurs, and then there was a couple new teams that also emerged with them.
Houston.
Just Houston, yeah. Houston. Well, they had prime Dwight Howard and
Houston, and then you still had Oklahoma their first.
Okay,
2 years.
that team was, those teams were tight, but flawed. They were all very like individual pieces put together. That was the one thing I always felt about OKC. Like it was like immense talent, but like all the pieces did not flow and create like a real team. And it was just like every piece would sometimes like it work out where one piece would do more one night or a couple pieces would be going off and it's just synergy. But then like there's like when things got tough playoff, like those pieces, you could really see the fracture in the way they played as a team. Anyways, separate of that.
We still ain't started this show yet, man.
Oh, man, we talking about basketball though. We talk about
okay.
Who else in the West? The Lakers. The Lakers, even though they are,
I got Lakers as contenders.
I think the Lakers are contenders. Denver is just like
Denver's
now.
the main.
Like Denver has
Denver's
a chance to say we are the top, and we will stay the top.
We'll see how they do. No, I mean Denver could either be a team that stay on the top, or they could be one of those basketball. We've seen some one and done. And it's weird sometimes, but we've seen one and done. We've seen the Dallas Mavericks, especially those traditional teams that don't win titles. We've seen them be one and done. Dallas Mavericks. I had another one on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Toronto, Detroit Pistons, right? We've seen teams become one and done. And even in the Pistons back in the day, they got 2 wins, but we've seen teams be one and done in basketball. Basketball's a weird thing like that. You got some traditional powers. So but Denver's at that, they're at that place where either they could become what San Antonio became to become a traditional power, or they could become a one and done. Right.
The only reason why I think Denver can stay a contender is just because of Djokovic. Their biggest problem is them not signing those 2 backups, Green and Craig.
Who? Brown and who? Brown.
Brown. And
who the hell you say? Green?
Bruce Brown and
Jermichael Green?
Jeff Green?
No, not Jeff Green. Not Jeff Green.
Jermichael Green.
The dude that went to Indiana.
That was Bruce Brown went to Indiana.
This nigga made 2 people the same person.
Bruce Brown and
Jermichael Green?
Jeff Green. The old guy.
Jeff Green. I said Jeff Green.
He said Jeff Green like 3 or 4 times. I kept saying
that's what I said. And y'all kept, this is Aaron said Jermichael Green.
No, Jared was agreeing with you. I just kept saying Jermichael Green. I don't know who the hell Jermichael Green played for, but I like saying it. Oh, he was with the Warriors.
On the Warriors last year.
No, not last year. That was the year before he was on the Warriors.
No, he was on the Warriors.
He was on the Warriors. Let's see.
No, Jermichael Green. He played for the Warriors last year.
Yeah, Brandon, man, your hair looking good, man. That hairline looking sharp.
That's what I'm saying, man. My man 3+ he over here got a 22-year-old hairline.
Looking like Peebo Bryson, bro.
He over here, man. I heard
he got that texture in his hair.
I heard they needed someone on Instagram to do Turkish commercials, but they need a black man in the East Coast, and they use you. I'm the Turkey commercials, but you ain't even gone to Turkey with a hairline looking like you've been in Turkey for years. Damn.
That's ridiculous, y'all.
Brandon, how much you pay for your hairline, bro?
0, man. That's genetics.
Bitches running wild, man.
Too much, man. You know what? When I first
what deal you make with God, man? You give up a couple inches for that hairline?
Brave white dealer.
Because I'll give up a couple inches. I still got the girth. I'll give up a couple inches.
Do any of y'all know what a BBC is? No! You don't want to know.
Anyways, all right. Well, y'all ready to start the show?
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been on it for a damn hour. I think you would have thought I already started the show.
All right. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us at High Score 510 on the Instagram, the YouTube, and on the Twitter at Horcrux Hipster. Also, check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/High Score 510. And don't forget our TikTok page at the High Score 510. And thank you to everyone that supports the show, listens to us. We see you out there, far and wide, from Oregon to New York, back in New York, North Carolina. It might just be Brandon, actually, so never mind. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah. Texas, some in Maryland, DMV.
You got England?
England. Oh, shout out to the to the Brits. There's a couple of people in the UK that like our show.
How many downloads we got in Nigeria? Oh, I'm sorry, they don't have internet.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
See what I told you, Pedro, man. I was so mad at you.
You got up in the middle of our
we were talking about Africa and people. Why would you get up? That's like the main thing. You missed out on something I said that I was like, damn, where's, and I turned to Jared and said, where the hell's Pedro, man, to back me up on this? And I said, Jared, you got to understand the Kamanga grew up in the new Africa. We're not talking about Africa from the 70s and 80s when it was poor. Like, this new Africa is different. They got food. They got resources now. Right?
I don't know.
And then we're like, damn, where's Pedro? God damn it. Where did you get up to get some damn fish? Jared told me you got to get some fried
Pedro,
fish.
You got up in the moment when Aaron was saying, talking about a dude from Africa being hungry, not having hunger.
No,
I was waiting for you.
That was
the worst possible time.
I know. No, I heard half of it.
You could have kept it going to the joking that was going good, going so well. You could have kept it going even better. I'm like, that damn it, Pedro. This is our chance to shine. And it would have been just going, we would have been on a nice little rant, just like your Jews and Gentiles and Jewish Christians rants. And I was just like, oh, we could be ranting right now. But he left to go get some damn fried fish.
But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Shoot, I don't know what I had.
Probably a fillet of fish. Your wife told you, I'm going to get you fried
fish.
Fish.
Exactly what it was.
Fillet of fish. Shitty ass, cheap ass fish.
Some tilapia.
Man, people had me juiced about the fillet of fish. I remember the first time I had that, I was like, man, what?
Also, it is pumpkin spice season, my friends. It is pumpkin spice season. That was gonna be part of my intro, Jared. Just fucked that up. And in honor of pumpkin spice season, Aaron, shout out sponsorship, dropped off a Fieldwork Brewing Company of Berkeley, California, the Nighttime Creatures Pumpkin Milk Stout. And I have to say, it is a delight.
I'm about to open mine in a second.
So if you're listening to our show, we want you, in honor of pumpkin spice, to crack open a pumpkin spice beverage of your own. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. It could be whatever you like, or a snack, a pumpkin spice snack, and nibble on that while you listen to our show. You can also enter our pumpkin spice season haiku contest for a chance to win a Sir Lance Woods emotional support t-shirt. Shout out sponsorship. Comedian, funny guy. He opened up for Roy Wood. That was tight. Anyways, and we are here with.
Oh, this is AG3. I would say comes at you faster than pumpkins, than all these places throwing pumpkin spice at you before we even get to Halloween. When the pumpkin spice season hit before Halloween, it was a Halloween and after Halloween spice, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Well, it's because he's time after Labor Day now. But.
Yeah, basically, that's what you go from an all white party to change it to some colors with color and getting you a pumpkin spice drink now on the same day.
Oh, that's tight.
That is not tight.
Pumpkin spice season cannot start soon enough in my eyes. So
yeah, man.
All right, I ain't got no soundbite for today.
Somebody called it a PSL, and I was like, "What? That's what the white people are calling it now?"
Yeah, bro.
What's a PSL?
Pumpkin spice latte.
Man, I thought you were talking about a personal seat license. Man, see, I've been spending too much time around Al Davis. I was like, man, what the fuck that pumpkin spice got to do with like buying season tickets?
It has been gentrified.
Oh shit! All right, well, here's your soundbite, Aaron.
Y'all know black people with pink gums think they're better than black people with dark gums. Racism is in your mouth.
That's actually pretty funny, Jared. Glad you gave me a funny one.
This is last week when you was talking about somebody's gums being black, Aaron. That shit was hilarious.
Oh, I said gums. Oh, Whoopi Goldberg?
No, you don't remember the part where you was talking shit? And
I know Whoopi Goldberg got some black gums.
Here, I'll play you the clip.
She got her Whoopi Goldberg gums so black it make you think she light skinned.
I think she wants to be more dominant, like all the facial expressions she's making.
She play a sport, Pedro. She got to try to be dominant.
She smoke a lot of backwoods too.
Her gums black?
Yes.
You niggas.
Okay, TJ, I'm glad you played that. I had no idea I said anything about someone having black gums. When I think of black gums, I think of Wookie Goldberg,
Kelsey Gray,
Bill Duke. Yeah, Macy Gray. What do you say, Macy Gray?
Chelsea.
Macy Gray. Macy Gray ain't got black gums. She ain't got
Chelsea Gray.
He's got a list. Watch out. He's got a list.
You think about people. There's some people in this world, they got like just a bad tooth to gum ratio. Where it's like they just got a bad ratio. It's like, damn, you got more gums than you got teeth.
Yeah, that's always tough.
And it's like, damn, they got a bad tooth to gum ratio. Like, shit. I think it must have taken forever to lose their baby teeth because those permanent had a long way to travel. Like, they must have had baby teeth in their mouth till they was 14. God damn, they got a lot of gums.
The P. Diddy teeth.
P. Diddy dolphin teeth, man. Just like, damn, man, the gums taken. They go to dentists and they're like, hey, man, these permanents ain't ready yet. They still traveling. They got to stop and get a visa.
They got their own border patrol.
Man, Trump tried to build a wall in that gum line because it's just, damn, there's a lot of area over here. There's a lot of unpatrolled area over here. Look like I saw some coyotes. Some boyos, the drugs running over here. Mm-hmm. Film a scene out of Sicario on them gums.
And we are here with.
Hey, everybody's sometimes part-time truck driver, Captain P4 with you. My old ladies told me last week I gotta watch what I say on the podcast. I think I said coochie hole a lot last week. So I'm gonna calm down the coochie hole word. This is a sports podcast. I shouldn't say coochie hole a lot. And she's right. Should use more words like vagina hole.
Ah, Jesus.
Labia.
Oh, no. What is
this? Is
Brandon, can you please give us your disclaimer?
I feel like I just have a button that presses this. Hey, I'm responsible for what I say. Pedro is responsible for what he says. Aaron is definitely responsible for what he says.
I'm just saying, if you're on OnlyFans and you want to shut down for Sabbath, just show us your labia.
That'll be the screensaver. Hey, sorry, you missed my page.
All right, well, Pedro, this might be a good time for you because we might need to have to order you one of these, Pedro.
Tired of the devil stealing, if you're tired of the devil killing, if you're tired of the devil destroying your life, you must order the personal package, and you got to order it right now.
Good Lord.
What are you ordering? What did she say?
The personal prayer package.
Oh.
Satan, the devil, is a lie.
All right, and we are here with.
Hey, what's going on? This is Brandon, aka Taco Pablo. Straight from the heart of the pumpkin spice, man. We went out to see the fall foliage out here in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. Found myself in a boomerang festival situation several times this weekend. You look around, you're like, shit, I'm the only black person here.
Again. Oh no, we suck again.
You were in South Carolina?
No, I'm in North Carolina, man.
I'm saying, but you went to where?
It's just a town called Marion, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. How much did you listen to Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker?
You gotta play what the locals play, man. So I had to play that on repeat. I feel like I just gotta play it super loud. All right, he's one of us.
I'm cool with y'all. Wagon Wheel.
I know what's up.
I'm trying to figure this out, brother. North Carolina got over 10, almost 11 million people. But let's just round it off to 10, right? It might be near 12 by now, right? 12 million people. And like, I was looking at the figures, it's like almost 22% African American. Yeah. Right? You figure, right? If it was 10 million people at that number, there's a couple of million people and black people, over 2.5 million black people in North Carolina. How in the hell are you not finding any of them?
Exactly. Exactly.
Brandon, go to the truck stops.
I mean, without going to a truck stop, though. Without going to a truck stop.
At 1 a.m., you'll find plenty of. You can talk to the cops.
You don't want to find a black person at 1 a.m. according to
talk to the cops. All of them was black as me, Brandon.
Black as black.
So what? Are they vampires out there? All the black people? They can only come out at night according to Pedro?
Daywalkers, man.
I was looking for a white person. I said, thank God this cash register lady is white.
They might think Brandon a daywalker according to Pedro.
Thought they were going to take my pager.
That's the daywalker. That's the only black person you see when the sun up. And he got the best hairline ever.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Well, here's your soundbite, Brandon. I think this will fit. This will fit.
You think so?
All right, spell river. R-I-V-E-R.
Hell yeah.
Put a D in front of that. What do you got? D River.
See, now you found yourself a nigga. Shut your stupid ass up.
Hey, that D River, right? Put a D in front of river, D River.
That's tight. Shout out to that dude, man. You can't be asking people questions at 1 a.m. expect to get any straight answers.
He drunk, high, and about to get arrested. Don't ask people questions like that.
He's stupid. And my name is Jared, aka DJarTT, with 2 T's for a double dose of that tink tink. The D is silent, so it's just Jart.
Mr. Should I call you Mr.? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
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 You are gay. You are gay.
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are gay.
Who says I'm gay?
Lesbian? Homosexual?
Who says I'm gay?
Lesbian?
Come on.
How can I describe you? Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
Why are you gay?
You know, I'm starting to feel like you should have to get a license to get on Instagram.
Shout out to at Mr. Kleb. Apparently, he's on the. I don't know who made that, but why are you giving?
Oh my God, this pumpkin spice. It's like pumpkin spice.
Oh, it's so. It is a delight. It is pumpkin spice season, my friend. And this field work. What is this called again? The field work nighttime creatures. Pumpkin milk stout is off the hinges.
I should have left my can over your house.
For shizzle. I would have enjoyed it a stout.
I didn't know we was having a pumpkin spice tasting.
No, this is impromptu pumpkin spice tasting. I was giving you guys pretty much a year off. I had something I'm working on. We're gonna do, but I'm giving y'all more or less a year off from the extra pumpkin spice stuff. I had time to also get on Amazon and order frivolous shit and send it to your houses, but I will soon.
Yeah, you would take the time off when I really need a white woman.
This pumpkin spice tastes like the sweet nectars of a beautiful white woman.
It's like white woman breast milk.
What happened to you? He had sex with a white girl, that's what.
Oh, was it everything I dreamed of? Good. She had pink nipples, didn't she?
Yeah, big ones.
Copy match the drapes.
Excuse me.
Let's get to some news. In news this week, a 50-year-old Lithuanian man was arrested for repeatedly faking heart attacks at restaurants in order to avoid paying the bill.
Hold on, man.
He was arrested in Spain. He's in Spain, but a Lithuanian man in Spain.
I was about to say, I hope he ain't doing this. Lithuania ain't a big country. Like after 3 restaurants, they should have all caught on.
I thought they hang you if you do that in Lithuania. Anyways,
did you just say Lithuania, like Louisiana? God damn, Pedro.
This magic moment.
That's hilarious.
Pedro, I dated a Lithuanian girl. I thought you at least be able to pronounce that.
It says smoke,
what do you guys think about that?
Oh man, I think he's an amazing person. I was super curious like how he would do it though. wasn't more like Red Fox, like, oh, I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming to meet you. And having a big thing.
I'm hoping
does he knock over tables? Is somebody working with him? Like, is somebody like, oh, he's having a heart attack? Somebody call the police. Because this could only happen in Europe, because here the ambulance bill would be more than the
exactly, dude. Exactly. I saw my mom's ambulance bill, and I'm like, damn, you sure you couldn't put her in the backseat of that car?
Come on.
Broken leg, man. She was stable, man. Couldn't.
Yeah, I know about them ambulance bills. Jesus.
Yeah, I agree with Brandon. It had to be Europe, because here they
were like, no, we ain't his too much. Don't take me.
He would have had to fake a heart attack in the paramedic and jump out. And I had another heart attack. They zapped me and my shit shot out the truck. So now they owe me.
I think it's pretty genius though. Like, cause if somebody like starts having like a medical moment in your establishment, the first thing you're thinking is not, oh my God, are they okay? You're like, oh fuck, liability. Like you just like, that's like, oh shit. How
are they choking on our food right now?
Are they gonna think that we're gonna be held liable for this? And so them being like, oh, and you like, oh, and like say you fake your heart attack, seizure, or whatever, and then you kind of come out of it and you're like, oh, excuse me, I need to go. And then you leave.
My friend gonna drive me to the hospital right now.
Yeah. Please don't call the ambulance. Please don't call the ambulance. Please don't call the ambulance. Something like that. You leave, and they're like, thank God that person just decided to leave. They're out of here. They didn't die in here. And you're like,
they didn't even leave their credit card. We don't even know their name.
You know what? It's worth it. Yeah. But apparently this man he became notorious in the area, the small town of Alcantara. No, Alicante in Spain.
You're talking about Dapa's house in North Berkeley, or
they said it was the 20th. It was the 20th set incident in the year.
20th incident.
Yes, he did it.
So he's going almost in the year.
In this year,
I was like, we ain't even. Are we in the 10th month finally?
In the 10th month, within the first 10 months.
2 a month.
They say he became well known around the area as the guy who would do that. But I'm just. You gotta milk it when you can. You don't want to over milk it.
Yeah, you gotta spread it out, man.
Or like, do you have the ability to grow a beard and then cut it off? Like, do you got a hairline like Brandon's?
Like Brandon's,
and then like
they gonna be so focused on that
at a certain point.
That man ain't got us. He ain't got no thinning in his hair. Brandon, they might give you the meal for free. You wouldn't have to fake a heart attack with that.
He got some of that texture in his hair. He looks like he got some native blood in him too.
You over here looking like you hang out with Jalen Rose.
Cool. Jalen Rose be getting the oil change every time he get a haircut, man. He be getting that line.
I guess my question is there another way that you would?
I would have just put pubic hair in my soup.
I mean, yelled out.
Why is there
pubic hair in my soup?
Put the pubic hair in my soup.
You gonna get a Coca-Cola too? Just so you can say.
You gotta look around.
I call that the Clarence Thomas.
This is the 6th time this week I've been on vacation.
Clarence Thomas ain't gotta do that no more because he take enough money.
Exactly.
He on the take, so he ain't gotta do that no more.
Pedro would use pubic hair method, the Clarence Thomas. Brandon, Aaron, is there another way you could think of like getting out of a bill where people would be like just happy to see you leave and just like be like, haha, they're not even trying to come after me afterwards? Like, or is there a tactic that you would use?
I'm willing to admit. I mean, maybe drop a deuce, man. So to you gotta, you gotta make sure you're ready to drop a deuce or have a fake deuce in a Ziploc bag and be like, man, it just rolled out my pants, man. Something about this upset my stomach. And then you roll it under the table and say, hey, man, I'm sorry, man. I just deuced under the table. Maybe like, just get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, or you just act like you're about to have explosive diarrhea, and then you start farting really nasty, and then like stinky, like, and they're like, "Oh Lord."
Yeah, I can't think of a way, Jared.
Well, how you gonna pass gas on cue like that?
Without shitting on yourself.
You could have like a little whoopee cushion filled with some kind of oil that would be stanky, smell like some ass. Yeah, you could do that.
Well, I will say I had a parent I was working with their kid. And she got booted off the DoorDash app because she was like, would order food, then just would say she got it. Like, she's like, hey, man, this food's still ain't here. What's taking so long? She would do that pretty regularly.
She the reason why they take pictures now.
Yeah. Exactly. You can't be having an old phone and battery die every 10 seconds like me. But well, in high school, I had a friend who would go to like McDonald's, he'd go to Jack in the Box or whatever. Like he'd order food, he'd take like half the sandwich, half the fries, and he'd be like, "Hey man, this ain't what I ordered." And like he would just be super loud about it, and they'd be like, "Oh, whatever the fuck," and they would just give him whatever else he asked for.
Damn, he over here yelling at that.
Oh yeah, he did that for a while. Like he would just go. And like that, which is the reason like we'd walk to different fucking fast food restaurants because that's where he would go. Like, oh, hey, let's go to Jack in the Box. I ain't been there in a while. And you go, and you know, like how the staff changes pretty regularly there. Like, it ain't always the same motherfuckers there. So he'd go,
yeah, not a fast food place.
He'd go through his routine. He's like, nah, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat my food. Nope, I got exactly what I ordered. This is a very well run establishment, and I would like to come back.
Damn.
In other news, a wax figure, The Rock. He's still relevant. Hulking man, that beautiful mulatto-ish Pan-African Polynesian man. Had a wax figure unveiled in France this week where he looked like this.
That's enough wax figures out there, man. I mean, it's actually almost spot on if he just wasn't so damn white in it, right?
They got the little cheek wrinkles pretty good.
They got everything. They got the head. I mean, this is like a little bit getting older and gaining a head weight.
They should have given him the people's eyebrow though. That's my problem.
My biggest the problem with people's eyebrow, not the fact that he whiter than Mr. Clean.
He looked kind of like Vin Diesel a little bit.
No, he looked whiter than Vin Diesel, man. He looked like Mark Messier. Mark Messier look now. That's what he looked like.
He do kind of look like a Mark Messier. That is true. Yep. Well, I guess my question is, is this worse or the Cristiano Ronaldo?
The Cristiano Ronaldo was the worst. I mean, at least the Rock looked like him.
Yeah, he looked like he had Down syndrome in the Cristiano Ronaldo. It was like an abstract Picasso statue. Like it was bad.
Oh my God. They put the people's eyebrow on Cristiano Ronaldo, dude.
I don't know who did that.
It looked like someone special needs, like a program for special needs kids, and they do art. That's what it looked like.
He looked like he committed. He ran numbers and was a hitman for one of the crime families in the 20s.
That's what happens when somebody on your staff be like, "Oh, hey, my cousin could do it for half price."
Yeah, hey, bring up the R. Kelly wax statue. That's the worst. If you're comparing, you're going apples to oranges or apples to apples. That's the one you got to compare it to.
R. Kelly's wax statue had him looking like.
There you go. Where was this at? Where was this at, dude?
Wow.
Why didn't do a body?
Somebody had a butt neck. Come on, man.
Man, he look like Terry Crews in the torso.
I need to know where this wax statue. Oh, that little Kim wax statue looked bad, man. When they trying to do the Lion King, they trying to do the Island of Dr. Monroe right there. Oh, that's really little Kim. Oh shit.
No,
I thought that was his wax statue, man. I thought they was either Lil Kim or the Island of Dr. Monroe.
This is her a long time ago because she don't look like that no more.
What she look like now?
Oh shit, we're going down the road.
Wait, I gotta figure out where first go to where this R. Kelly wax statue is though. Oh shit.
Actually, they did some work. You know what? The wrinkles in her face are making her look better.
Oh my God.
Because when that was fresh, when she had that fresh plastic surgery, man, she looked like a cartoon. The wrinkles are making her look better.
Oh my, man, this is bad. This is wow.
See right there. See where she had it. You got your hands over right now, on that one up top to upper right. Yeah,
she's addicted to plastic surgery. Wow.
She looked like an Asian woman right there.
She looked like if she smiled a little harder, her eyes are gonna bleed.
Shit.
God, it's fucked up, bro. Shout out to Lil Kim though. She's a legend. For sure.
Shout out to Lil Kim, who looked like that character tigress in the Hunger Games.
This is what she used to look like. She was really pretty.
Yeah, she was a pretty brown girl, man. She was really pretty. That's nice. Now she looked like she should be in the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. She probably would have made that movie better if they put her in it.
She could have diversified the cast. Had some rapping bits in it.
Yeah.
Hit you with the itchy, ya. Whatever she said. That line.
She ain't been a good rapper since Biggie died. He can't write her raps no more.
Yeah. Anyways, this one is definitely worse than The Rock's. The Rock's is just melanated improperly.
Yeah, there's a lot of wax statues worse than The Rock's. The Rock's just like you said, they ran out of color.
Yeah, they look like they gave R. Kelly Tory Lane's hairline.
Come on, man.
He's all patchy. Like, what's going on?
This is what R. Kelly braids used to look like, and then what they look like now.
He's fighting for his life, though, now.
I'm fighting for my life.
It's my life.
To there. Here.
When you say teenage,
to there.
What did he say? That line was so bad.
Do you like teenage girls? And he's like, and he takes a breath and he's like, no, when you say teenage, how old are we talking?
God, that's what he said.
It's
so bad that I'm glad my brain can't memorize.
The answer is no. And you can't help yourself.
He's like, well, I just don't. Hey, man, a 19 and 18-year-old is still legal.
I wonder if he got that from all those. Man, listen to a lot of the late 70s songs about.
I ain't said nothing about no age in the late 70s, Pedro.
Oh, Rick, your famous singer, she's only 17. Rick James?
But he's also singing about Mary Jane.
That was okay. No. That was about, she's only 7. That was about a girl. A lot of the disco cats were singing about 17-year-olds. Some of the rock and roll.
She was only 16.
But a lot of
only 16. You're right, Pedro. I just thought about that. That was Mark. Who was that? That was
But that was also
Sam Cooke. That's your boy, Sam Cooke, Jared.
No, but that's also a romanticized the consideration of becoming an adult.
She was too young to fall in love. Yeah.
There's a whole. No, I agree with what Pedro's saying.
I was too young to know.
Way too much.
There is romanticization in America. There's an American romanticization of the high school life. Many movies and TV shows revolve around high school life because for many people, that is when they came to their own or peaked. And there is something about that a lot of people hold tight to. Like high school, for a lot of people, is a terrible place. Or for high school, a lot of people, at least in the American context, especially in the Americana context, the boomer and before them, like as they're going in, it was like the high school experience like grew into something that was like tight, and it's portrayed a lot in media also still to this day. So you see a lot of these stories about teenagers that are high school age people, a lot of these different shows, a lot of these movies. It's because that period of time is so, I think, visceral for people as a whole, that if they can find like a connection with it, it's easier to connect to that because a lot of people embrace that, or there is a market of people that embrace that, right?
I think you explaining this too much, R. Kelly.
I'm not afraid because I'm telling the truth.
When you say 16, when you say 10, see, I can't even remember. I would say 16.
Hold on, let me find it real quick. I can play it real quick.
I'm kind of glad I don't know it, Jared.
Do you like teenage girls? When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
That's fucking ridiculous, dude. Please play me something else to get that off my mind. Play me the Fight for My Life or something. Fight for My Life.
But the past is relevant with you with underage girls.
Absolutely no, it's not.
Why?
Because for one, I beat my case.
Papa Coon, play me something else, please. I can't believe somehow you able to put this in your iTunes, Jared.
I got it.
There we go.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America?
So beautiful.
America. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America.
Hey, the craziest thing about that one was the look on his face after the first time he said it. He looked like, I just came with the great idea. And then that's what he said at the second time. Like he was like,
"That's gonna work.
This might work.
Oh,
Do you have your passport? Have you got your shots?"
Conspiracy Brother had a question, and I was thinking about this week, guys, and I think Jada Pinkett Smith is a mad genius. Her and Will still love each other, still care for each other. I don't doubt that.
You should doubt it.
Right now, I think her doing her media tour and doing this book, this is a strategy, guys, right? She's going to do something that's going to make everyone hate her. It's easy in our society for people to hate women, blame the woman. For a man's downfall, blame the woman, right? That's like a historical, correlation of sorts. Jada is out here doing this goofy ass book, which maybe she's serious about it. I hope she is serious about it, but serious
to sell it.
She's serious to sell it, but she's serious to get the scrutiny, to get the people who are like, why would you do this? There's a lot of people that are upset with her or just like feel like it's distasteful and are on Will Smith's side.
I don't know, man. That's why Steven Jackson love her, man. That's why we love you.
Yeah, I think there's a contingent that's supporting it, but it's being painted in a light where now everyone is building more sympathy for Will Smith, right? And he came out this week and said she is my best friend forever, and like just staying positive about it. And that's what is going to be seen. People are going to become sympathetic for Will and see him being so good about this, having been so good about this, having a moment of break, which he did, but also she's going to take on that brunt, right? She's creating this media storm to get attention away from Will, scrutiny onto her. And as Will remains in his grace and how he treats the situation, and people feel sorry for him.
So this is your idea, I just realized.
This conspiracy, brother.
They can make you slap somebody.
This all conspiracy. This whole biography thing was a conspiracy to rehab Will Smith's.
That shit ain't rehabbing shit, man. The only people that care about it is black people right now.
I think if this continues, they are going to be like, you know what? We realize Will has been just such a model citizen, and that woman over there was doing all this shit to fuck with your mind, brother. We feel sorry for you. We're going to reduce that 10-year ban from the academy, and you can come back in 2.
Man,
watch. Conspiracy, brother.
Good is an ancient Anglo-Saxon word. Go meaning the absence of color. I.e., it's all good, which it is.
Because white people don't care.
You know how we were talking about Tarantino as Michael Irvin's son? Like, if she didn't do all this dumb shit, she would be Will Smith's wife. Like, that's what we would know her as. Like, wouldn't care if she'd be as famous as Pauly Shore right now. Like, oh, weren't you in that one thing in the one place? Oh man, yeah, you were good in that. That's where she would be.
Pauly Shore wasn't really good at anything, though.
Exactly. She would be on Pauly Shore's level. She was like, oh, she was in some stuff, like you recognize her, but like you wouldn't know anything about it.
I agree with B+.
How do you think about it? Besides the thing she's been accused of and like had admitted to doing Will Smith, is she in charge of some nonprofit that you're aware of? Is she like start a production company? Is she a music executive? Like, what does she do? No, she's the Black Kris Jenner. She is pimping out her family drama for no profit, except for Kris Jenner gets it right because they make millions of dollars off their family drama. She's like, oh yeah, you know what? Hey, Willow, do something. And Willow's like, nah. Jaden, why don't you do something? Nah. All right, well, I guess I gotta suck somebody's dick now. So
Jesus. You stupid, bro.
That's what it is. Like,
that's a good summation of what's going on there. Conspiracy, brother.
I like his better than yours, man.
We ain't honoring and respecting it. We not protecting it. We expecting our men to do it. The men are wrong. I mean, these men are giving dick away.
Now let me talk about it on my radio show.
Come on.
His better than yours.
All right. I sent Jared a couple things. Canada legalizing medically assisted dying for people addicted to drugs. YouTube cracking down ad blockers just happened to me. Not allowed to watch any videos on YouTube unless you allow ads. Bullshit. Oh. Lunchables tricking school officials to let them serve them for public schools across the Midwest.
It's the Midwest, though.
The Midwest, Lunchables might be healthy compared to what they've been eating.
That might be like the best option. Man, can we drive to your food desert? Because we got lard and cow meat.
Well, no, because like Lunchables have been trying to get into school lunches for like 20 years.
Well, and the Midwest got a low bar.
There's not enough protein. There's not enough grain.
I feel like the Midwest was too low for Lunchables for a long time.
Yeah, Lunchables like
we California, Washington, New York market.
We wouldn't want to serve them. Our food's too good. It would be too expensive for them.
They went through this long process of getting approved. They going back and forth. Like, oh man, they do the testing on the food, not good enough. So they tricked them basically by just adding like 3 more turkey slices to make it the protein quota. They put like a little salt, like little flecks in the cracker to make it think it was different. They get approved. School district looks at it and say, hey man, this ain't no different than the shit y'all sell at the store. Like y'all just fancied it up to make it look like it was healthier.
And that's fancy enough for Oklahoma.
shout out to them.
Shout out to Ohio.
I read too much of that story.
Brandon, that is crazy. That is crazy. So Lunchables knit money their way into a contract with the school districts and
which school district stupid enough?
I need to know. You can't just say the Midwest. The whole Midwest is too broad and too easy to be like true.
Give us the state, Brandon.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna get back to the story, but they got approved because you had to get approved by the FDA to get into the school district, to be on the approved list of like vendors for the school district or whatever. And they've been selling the shit out of this, so it's been school districts all over the place. But
they do commercials like Domino's,
but basically it's
chef coats.
They should have. That might have probably been the internal memos they said.
We dedicate every day to crafting the best.
Because it was the regular Lunchables, like the crackers, turkey, cheese, or whatever, and like whatever cookie you get. But then there's also like the pizza version that also got approved. Let me find this article.
Oh yeah, the Bicky cracker that comes with a little pack of marinara.
Talking about that, that you can't even cook.
Yes,
cold pizza.
It's cold pizza.
It's not even like, dude. And you lose most of the cheese. You bite it, and then you bite the cheese, and then all of a sudden the flakes are falling off because it's not melted on there. You don't even get the stringy cheese.
The school budget in the Midwest is very poor. They probably getting that stuff busted.
No, they got
they probably you go to a Whole Foods in the Midwest and they got.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a Whole Food in the Midwest. Is it Hy-Vee? Yes, I think it's the
Hy-Vee is there, dude. I joke with Nicole all the time because we went to Hy-Vee in Dubuque, Iowa. And they had a whole frozen, how you go to the grocery store, there's like a frozen entree section. There was a whole aisle dedicated to frozen pizza. Like I've never seen that many different brands of frozen pizza in my life.
Yeah, so I went to a Hy-Vee up in the backwoods of Nebraska because all the meat plants or on the north side of the state. So there's a Hy-Vee stop I stopped at. Actually took my break there and got up and did some grocery shopping. And only thing they got is beef jerky, vegetables, and fruit. It looked like you're talking about a food desert. They got their own name brand juice and stuff like that. It's pretty much milk, orange juice, eggs, some fresh meat. It looked like it was some fresh meat in the store. Right there at the butcher of America, Nebraska, so they gonna have beef.
That was crazy story. That's tight though. Shout out to Lunchables. Fuck yeah.
Shout out to them, man. They just persistence, man. U.S. Census activists want to remove race from the census questionnaire, saying it's leading to negative outcomes.
What outcomes? You just sharing numbers.
Yeah, honestly, it's important. It's not about anybody's feelings. It's about just what were the foundational important components of society. And you add now. I think they can add things. I don't think they should be removing anything unless it's so outdated that it.
Don't forget, we draw district lines and things using the census and things like that. So
that's what they're saying. You shouldn't have that data when you're making that decision because you can use it for negative, right? Like if you like register your house,
and the only people that use it for
they say, okay, we don't want African Americans in the school district. Let's meander.
The only people that use it for negative, yes, exactly. It's in that way.
Yeah, but here's the issue: is that it can be the enabling factor, but it can also be the paper trail that is like the thing that you can hold them account to. If you know that you see disproportionate this, that, and the other in certain neighborhoods, because you also see the correlation of race, ethnicity, or socioeconomic class, then you can actually be like, look at this. This is disparity. Now we're trying to improve the rectification of those things, which were going to be done regardless if it was on the census or not in those days. They would have been like, well, we don't have it on here, but you know what? We know where the blackies live, and we know where the immigrants live, we know where the Chineses live, and we will district it accordingly. And they will still allocate money accordingly. But that is the record that you can at least hold it to account for. That's why I don't think you should get rid of it, because it'll still be done even without it being clear, being like, the census isn't justification for it. Yes, people with bad intentions use it and use the information. But at the same time, like, they're still going to be able to find out what they want to find out about where they're going to put the districting and allocate money and resources. They will still know. All right. There are methods that is part of the relationship between the people in power and these thriving middle income and upper middle income peoples and communities and demographics, shall we say. Put it out there, bro. So like, this is where we can have our account of that.
Let me do that. Also, they make sure you don't put voting machines. Make sure they got to vote 40 miles away. The next county over.
And these are the things that were allowed to be passively done because we are in a time of way more open bigotry and racism. Like, and the thing we gotta like continue to remember is we can't reflect or project our sensibilities and understandings of what is normal or acceptable now, which it's always changing, onto those times, because those times were way different. A lot of shit was way technology wise and just culturally wise, just so different. But we know it. We know about it. We have to be able to like shift that and convert it to what it would have been in those times and why. And so there's things that we should change for sure. I don't think we should be taking that off just yet. In time, ideally, you would be able to take race off. Race wouldn't be the thing. But because it's so ingrained, we haven't taken the time to fully deconstruct it and rectify it appropriately. And so until then, we have to use it as a tool in the empowerment of people now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What's Jared on this one?
Shout out, man. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like you get that data from the state level, right? Just when you register for anything, like they ask you your race or ethnicity. Mm-hmm. But I think there are triggers for the federal level that like it might be good for that data to be masked in some situations.
I think when you are, when you're allowing people, there needs to be a form of regulation that says, that is able to discern the different communities and different types of communities, because that information is still important. Like knowing the age of people, like you can know like this place has a higher age on average than a place that doesn't, and so it's knowing these demographics to, ideally in the best way, most optimize your city and its functionings and your country in a way that's going to be able to serve the diverse array of people, and knowing where those people might be more concentrated in allows you to build more resources around those people. But that's not how things are done. That's not how things are executed. There are people who are in power and have interest that might be greed based. That's why we need a czar. Anyways, all right, let's get to Cuddy Corner shout out. Cuddy Corner, we need a czar. We need a dictator. In other news, the NFL is not only allowing players from the NFL to play in the 2024 Flag Football Olympics, 2028 Flag Football Olympics, but is encouraging them to, according to reports that I've seen on Bleacher Report. What do you guys think about that? And will any team be able to pull off the RG3 and upset Team USA if we had NFL players?
I think he proved all those jigaboos wrong.
Now, all right, so here's the thing. there are athletic people all around the world. I cannot imagine Jalen Ramsey trying to catch some 5'5" dude from the Philippines doing button hooks and just outrun him. Just like how is Jalen Ramsey going to get that flag? As athletic he is, you got some 5'1" dude from Mexico who runs just as fast as he can.
I don't know if they run just as fast.
Yeah, I don't know if they.
With the flag around his waist.
They might have acceleration. They might have acceleration.
They might have acceleration, but I don't think they run. I'm with Jerry.
Doing hooks.
The better athletes are playing American football.
But here's the thing: all NFL players know this. If I get hurt doing this shit, my career's over.
Oh no! The teams are going to write contracts to make sure they don't play. The USA Olympic Committee said they can play. The teams are going to put it in part of their contract. They ain't playing out there.
Right.
I think they're going to let them play.
Look, there's only three places that's probably going to be good in this American football, flag football, and that's U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
Yeah, you think Brazil's going to be good?
No, I think a team from Germany might sneak in, a team from England might sneak in, places that had football, a lot of football playing, a lot of U.S. soldiers there.
I know, but you got a lot of dudes who play like ultimate frisbee, who are like long and lean and fast.
Yeah.
But they don't have all the muscle because they don't actually ever get hit with anybody.
No, they don't actually get hit. And this is going to be an aggressive game. It's flag football, but it's still going to be probably still going to be aggressive.
NFL executive Peter O'Reilly said Tuesday the league will work with the players' union on allowing current and former players to participate. After flag football was among 5 sports added to the
I think the thing
games.
you're going to have to worry about, I think the first year they'll get bigger names. I think after that, like you'll start seeing it written into more contracts.
It's going to be like 7-on-7s, and we have the edge on that because we play it also. Like we have play it. We're going to have our best athletes playing it.
Basically in practice doing 7-on-7.
No, I think you'll see quarterbacks play. Like I don't, if there's no
because they can't get really hit or anything.
Real chance of getting hurt. Like I think you'll see quarterbacks go out there and play. But I don't. But
I think you'll see quarterbacks and DBs.
I think Japan's gonna be tight. They probably gonna have some players because Japan. You say Japan?
They had a couple of half mixed brothers or something.
They got high school and college football in Japan. It's been it's grown.
You're right. Well,
I said the places that had U.S. military. That's why I said Germany would probably do well because they have high school football.
Oh, Nigeria's gonna go hard at this stuff.
Oh yeah, Nigeria. Let's go. That's the dark horse. Let's go.
That is the dark horse. That'll be the one going hard. You're right about that. I forgot all about that. Thank you, Christian Okoye. You brought football to that country, and you didn't bring no jollof rice to this one, you bastard.
Stupid.
Took years to get jollof rice, and that motherfucker over here running for thousands of yards.
It's because you living on the wrong coast, Aaron. If you was on the East Coast, you probably would have had jollof a lot sooner. Or even Houston. There's a big African diaspora.
Let me look. Let's look.
I just say that, just like and Houston. Houston always got everyone. Houston is a place that got a lot of somebody there.
A lot of there's
like it could be all kinds of anybody, and they got a lot of somebody.
Oh, Jerry, you might not be wrong though. Largest places, U.S. places with the largest Nigerian population. Florida has 8,000, New Jersey 14, Illinois 15, Georgia 19, California 23. New York 29, Maryland 31, and the most is Texas with 60,000 Nigerians.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
I Googled you.
You see them all on the University of Texas football team.
That's why I was saying the damn Acho brothers always smiling everywhere, gritting their teeth.
He's
always showing their damn teeth.
Acho brothers' grills look like Rolls Royces.
Yeah, they got you know what the Acho brothers. That's a high gum to tooth ratio.
Well, anyways, yeah, so I think it would be tight though to see the NFL players, especially some of the retired players. I think that'll be the best thing is like the veteran players that are like almost at the back end of their career because I think athletically they'll still be able to hang. It's like they can't hang with the prime athletes of tackle football.
You think Tyreek Hill playing?
I think Tyreek Hill would play. He's got enough. He wants to. And that'll be 4 years from now. So it's a little over 4 years from now. So that is
see, the problem is we're asking all the wrong questions. The big question is this shit gonna continue after the 2028 Olympics in LA?
No, because I think Aaron, as you've been talking about how women's flag football is blowing up, I think the women's game is gonna draw a lot of people in and could really take off. And so I think you'll see maybe not quite like American soccer or like that's where women's game is better or more entertaining than the men's game. Like, but it'll be more of an equal in that exchange, because I think some of the women's games are going to be tight. So there's going to be, I think flag football's got a chance to stay.
Well, they also reinstated baseball and softball.
That is also a good thing, because baseball should be.
Nobody was playing that shit at the Olympics, sure.
Baseball? It should be
Nobody was
baseball.
watching it. It was softball had basically one country.
Yeah, pretty much.
Baseball got more countries, but it's the middle of baseball season. And that's the problem. It's the middle of baseball season in almost every country that plays baseball, right? It's like it's middle of Major League Baseball season. It's the middle of Japanese, Korean baseball league. It's the middle of everybody's baseball.
Well, they should
season.
just use minor league players, or
they usually do, and they usually suck.
Well, I don't care about the
US. It's not worth watching.
Yeah. And I'm talking about the world.
The problem is all the other countries. The other countries are in the middle of their baseball season, and some of their best players are playing in MLB or Korea or Japan.
Yeah.
So baseball shouldn't.
Maybe they should
away for
like
a reason.
Little League World Series of it.
No, that shit's annoying, man. I hate watching that shit on TV.
I used to love watching it, and I slowly was like, this shit is annoying as fuck right now.
I hated it as a kid. I was like, what these fucking
You know, the
kids on
crazy
TV
part
for?
though is that if they put 2 college softball teams on that ballpark, it'd be way more exciting.
There we go, Jarrett. Personal grief against women's softball.
Dude, it's one of the biggest like slaps and mock. It's a dog whistle sport, if you can call it that, I guess.
What?
You have equality now. Play on the little boys' field. Dude, that's my opinion about softball. They should be playing in softball. Could be like, softball's fun to watch, but it's not that fun to watch. That's why nobody really watches anymore. You watch it if you're into it.
Anymore. I mean, they're watching at one point in time.
I used to watch it a little bit, but I realized it wasn't like so many people just like slapping at the ball because the ball, they're too close. The pitches are too close, number one. The bases, like, it's like Little League Baseball where you hit the ball, you hit a chopper grounder, and you hope you can beat out the throw. Like, man, I was 1 for 1 today. Really, you just, like, I don't know. I'm just like, make the base pass longer. Make the fence a little bit further. Shit, make the ball a little bit smaller. Let those pitchers really have to, whatever. But put the pitcher back a little bit. Make this shit an actual hitter's game. Put the fence back. Put the bases back. Play something more similar to baseball, not on a tiny ass field. That's hella disrespectful, and it's been accepted. And I understand when it was accepted why it was a big deal. Don't get me wrong, but the game hasn't evolved, and it should evolve. These women are some tight athletes. You got some tight athletes out there who are playing on a 12-year-old under 12's baseball Little League World Series diamond, bro. You got women.
I don't know why you care so much about a sport that you don't watch.
It gets down to to what it represents and actual equality. People are like, man, dude, never mind. All right, sorry about that, guys. Anyways, in other news, Jesus, I'm fighting for women. Are you?
Where the hell Pedro been for the last half hour?
I'm fighting. I'm fighting with women.
Oh, he's still laying down.
Dude, I thought you were going. I thought you thought
fighting with women.
Quit telling people I'm dead.
Yeah, I think the weekend caught up with me, fella. So.
Oh, you laying there?
I'm right here.
Mister.
Oh, shit.
He did say he was going to do the podcast laying down like somebody.
And Jesus.
I don't know what Jesus is who talking about there.
Jesus. The only one Jesus was on the show laying down.
When was he laying down?
Jesus? Jesus?
Yes, Jesus. He was Miami. He was in the show from Miami.
We might have to call his wife.